All right, in my last video right here, I got mocked up a little bit because it's like, hey man, you said budget friendly, but you're talking about $20,000, $25,000 projects. Yes, a backyard is not the cheapest thing in the world, and I like to provide DIY and budget-friendly options, but I'm gonna dig a little bit deeper in this video. I'm gonna try and find a couple of hidden gems that I've pulled from Pinterest and from my own experience that are gonna help you not break the bank. And if you're a single mom, single dad, you don't have a lot of time, you are busy, these are things you can do on a weekend. Let's go. What is going on? My name is Bobby K. I'm a professional landscape designer, general contractor, and I'm a family man, and I want to welcome you to this channel. If you are new, this is what we do. We talk about landscape design and how to improve your space, how to get your home's value up by doing landscaping projects, right? So here's what I want to do in this video. I want to show you a couple backyard spaces and share some techniques and tell you how much it would cost if you were going to do this yourself, because not everybody can afford to pay somebody to go out and demo their yard, put in a big patio, and do all this landscaping. I completely understand that. I understand what it's like to be on a budget. It's expensive, life's expensive. So let's see if we can find some really cool stuff. The first thing I want to talk about is reclaiming your zen. How to create a space that you absolutely love, that you can go, you can relax, you can hang, and isn't going to just tear up your bank account. Let's get into it. So where I want to start is actually in California. This was a YouTube subscriber from a couple of years ago, and they hired me to do a 3D design plan for them for their backyard, which is where you should always start. You always start with a design when you're going to tackle anything. Even if it's something you're doing yourself, try a bubble diagram, try gathering that inspiration and then sketching it all out. So that being said, we wanted to create something that was very zen-like and flowy and easy. And all we did was created some landscape beds and then showed how a decomposed granite, as far as all the hardscaping areas, the hardscaping areas would be like your paver patio areas. Instead of doing pavers or concrete, we went to a decomposed granite and saved them a ton of money, and it brings that vibe. So if you are a single mom, a single dad, and you're looking for like a cool little fire pit space or an outdoor space where you can hang with some friends and not break the bank, what you want to do is carve out the area, get some spray paint, kind of carve it out, decide what the space, the circle, the shape is going to be. And then you want to put down some landscape fabric and attach some sod staples, like secure it down with sod staples. You might want to excavate down a little bit, get a base, but you actually could probably do it on lawn. You don't have to get this crazy with something like this. Then you're gonna put some edging and you're gonna put some decomposed granite in there. It's a crushed multicolored, or it's like a limestone. There's all different types. Point is, rock like this doesn't cost a lot, and look at this. This is a beautiful look. You get some Adirondack chairs, you get something from Sam's, Costco, some little furniture. Shoot, you could go to Facebook Marketplace, wherever you wanna go, you stage it, you get a cute little Brio or Solo stove, or even something at like Ace Hardware for like 60 bucks, put the wood logs in, and bam, all of a sudden you have a cool place way under like 500 bucks that you can put in. And this is something you can do on a weekend. The other thing is, when you are thinking about a place like this, you have to understand that it's exposed to the elements. So if shade is a big thing, if you get completely blasted, you might not be able to go out in this space unless it's fall or it's nighttime. Of course, with a fire pit, that's typically what you're gonna do anyways. But think about a gazebo. In this video right here, which I alluded to at the beginning of this video, I show 3 projects, but what I did is I showed different ways to set up those spaces, like how to lay out the landscaping, but I also showed a gazebo in the very first one. That gazebo is from Sam's Club. It's super easy to put together. It's about $1,500. It's pretty cost effective for any kind of structure. I'll be honest, that's about as cheap as you're gonna find, but it's good quality and it's beautiful. So think about your fire, and then think about the nighttime. If you want to have some kind of canopy or during the daytime, these are 2 options you can do that you can put together quickly, and you can do in phases, which leads me to number 2. I don't know why my brain went here, but I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take this watch off, and I'm gonna show you what we call a bad tattoo. It says, enjoy the process, enjoy the journey, right? It's something for me. I click on a mouse a lot during the day, right? And I can get lost in the day-to-day just like anybody else. And this really meant a lot to me. I read a book, it stuck out, I got it on here, I can cover it up with a watch. done. But alluding to a process that's really, really important when it comes to landscaping and your home's renovation. Start with a design. That is number 2. The reason I want you to start with the design is because this is something that you can do pretty cost effectively. You could even do it yourself, right? But the point is to start with a plan that you can do in phases. I want you to think of your backyard, your front yard, but we're talking backyard here, in like chapters, okay? Chapter 1 could be that decomposed granite Zen fire pit area. Chapter 2 could be the gazebo. Chapter 3 could be the landscaping. Chapter 4 is the landscape lighting. Maybe it's solar lights, not as expensive. The point is you don't have to do it all in one swoop. If you plan things out, you think in chapters, you take the stress away, you alleviate that, and you don't feel like you have to come up with all the money at one time. That's about as simple as I can make it on this one, right? I mean, that's it. That's all you gotta do. Enjoy the process. Don't get a tattoo on your wrist. The final thing is, I talk about this in almost every video, but it's so important. And honestly, it doesn't have to break the bank. Focal points. A focal point is something that your eye is gonna be drawn to, but it really makes a space. It makes a backyard. This could be a cool water feature. It could be a cool boulder. It could be that fire pit. It could be a cool tree. It could be a cluster of bushes with some perennials in front of them that really pops. You're like, oh my God, that is amazing. A sundial. Whatever. By putting a cool focal point in your space, I promise you that everybody's eye is gonna be drawn to that and you're gonna receive a couple compliments, you know what I mean? It feels good, you know, you put the time into it, you might as well have others appreciate it at the same time. And when you're sitting there, having your coffee, reading a book, doing whatever, you're gonna look at that too. And I can absolutely guarantee you can find focal points for under $200. I'm gonna list out a couple here. At the same time, I want you to go into the links, and I have created a doc that's got top 25 focal points, different types of focal points that I know are gonna be of use to you, your space, and your peace of mind, make you feel happy, right? Go check it out. It's free, and I absolutely want you to go get it. And if you want to get more ideas for those backyards, you want to have some ideas on just how to lay it out, maybe not do all the hardscaping and do all these expensive things, go check out this video. This video is really good. It's got like 33,000 views in 3 days. I mean, it's a banger, and it's a banger because it's so simple and clean and easy, and it's there to help you. It truly is. This is Bobby Case, and creation is everything, so go out and create. Like, subscribe, see you on the next one.